he was watching the store, but he kind of did. Y'all all that stuff.
Yo, man, you know what time it is, man. It's time for the livest sports radio show on the planet, man. Beyond the Bleachers, starring your boy, man, JayLew, and also the co-host Hugh. But you got your man, the producer, Hood Howard Stern, in the building today, man. What's going on, fellas?
So what's happening, man? How everything with you?
Man, everything good. Play, you know what I'm talking about? There's a whole lot of stuff going on in the sports world. You know what I'm saying? We about to have a little fun with it tonight, man. Got a couple of hot topics for y'all cats tonight. So we're going to get into that in a minute. But, you know, it's been a long week since last week. So, fellas, what's been going on with y'all?
Nothing much, man.
Getting ready for the show, basically, man.
I am upset right now. I just want y'all to know that.
Here we go. I already know what it is. All right. So ahead of time, I want to apologize, man. So if you live on the phone lines, we only good for an hour again on the phone lines, but you can check us out on YouTube, though.
Dog, and you whammied us again 2 weeks in a row, man. No wonder you mad, Jay. I'm mad now.
You wanna know what, Hugh?
What's up?
That ain't even it.
Oh, okay. I'm glad that ain't it.
All
right, I'm glad that ain't it.
I want to tell y'all a little story, man. But I go and I'm a woman that she ain't want me to say that, but I don't give a damn. I'm telling you, our show, and this is what we do. We fellas and we talk and we vent to one another. Okay?
So
I just, I'm kind of encouraged today. I had to make some runs. I had to get to my daughter's dance. So I decided, I had to make runs afterwards. So I decided, hey, I feel like having me a steak tonight. I haven't had steak in a while, so I'll have a steak tonight. So
that's what's up.
I stopped at Kroger. Right, I stopped at Kroger to go and get a steak. My girl and my daughter gets out the car with me. I don't know why. It's 20 minutes before showtime, so I'm in a hurry mode, right? So they come in, so I tell my daughter, I'm like, go get us something to drink, go get some beverages or whatever. I hit the steak aisle, get the steak, go get some butter, and then we up at the register. So I get everything or whatever. I start, I'm like, hey, I'll have me a little drink tonight with my lady. So I go to the little aisle, get a little adult beverage.
Oh, adult beverage, okay.
Yeah. So I get in the line, and I get on my little Kroger card. I go take some stuff off or whatever. So I'm planning to spend about, $25 or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I got a porterhouse steak. I ain't getting no little punk ass steak when I go in there. No, it's porterhouse.
No doubt.
So, right. So I go in there and get my steak. So a girl, like, babe, I want this magazine. So this magazine with like the little wedding people on there or whatever. Celebrities get married. So, cool. So I get the magazine. So the lady reads my total out, and she says $39 and whatever. I said, what? I said, what did I get?
That shit cost more than a steak.
The damn magazine was $13.
$13?
Yes.
So you put that shit back, right?
$13.
That shit was better than the steak, man.
So you put that shit back, right? You put that shit back, right?
What's that, Q?
You put that shit back, right?
No, she got it.
Oh, no.
She's spoiled, man. She's spoiled.
Hey, what I learned though,
people, with the steak.
People don't spoil themselves though, Jay. You're supposed to put that shit back.
I know. But see, I didn't even know it was that until damn near after I was paying for it. Excuse the language, I'm sorry. But I'm like, $13.
Hey, I put that shit back.
Yeah, I felt better to get that off. So I'm good now. I'm good.
That's what's up, man.
She's gonna be asking you about a wedding.
Right. That's what's gonna happen.
What you say?
That's exactly what's gonna happen.
Now she's gonna be asking you about a wedding, baby boy. That's why she got that shit. I'm telling you. That's what I'm
we have been talking about this like marriage and stuff like for the past couple weeks. So I guess that's, you know what I'm saying.
All right, see now you in trouble though, cause see she already making decisions without you. Y'all ain't even married yet.
The pressure is on.
She already making decisions without you.
That's what. Isn't that what happened anyway? That's like when you about to get married, you get married, they just take your balls and throw them in their purse.
Yeah, but
that's
something like that.
Yours happening early though.
Get mine taken before, like I might as well. I ain't gonna have them anyway.
Right, she at least take one ball at a time.
Yeah, she's doubled up on you too fast.
She doubled up on you.
Got the double up treatment.
Hell no, Hugh, what you got going on, man? You mad about something, Hugh? What you got going on?
Man, she doubled up on this dude, man.
For sure, man.
Your balls are gone, man.
What did he ask you about yourself, sir?
Right. Yeah, we gonna get off. We gonna get off, Jay. What you got going on, Hugh?
Yeah, that's funny, man. The $13 for a book, that was fighting with the steak daddy, yo.
Yeah, I think I done put that shit back, or yeah, I done put that shit back. Ain't no question to it.
She was smart though. She did get that mug and kind of snuck it on, James. He wasn't expecting that price, I bet.
Man. But
you bought the drink too, though, right?
I know I'm working at Ford Motor Company now, but I'm not home.
You bought the drink too, though, right?
What you say?
I said you bought the drink too, though, right?
Yeah.
So I done put the drink back then. So you can have the book. I bet she wouldn't have went for that shit.
But see, the thing is, the only reason I got mad is because I had a set amount that I wanted to spend. I don't mind spending that. Well, I wouldn't mind buying it or whatever. But when I got a set amount.
Yeah, if you talking about getting married, all the set amounts out there.
Because I had in my mind that I was going to buy it for myself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then here these two come.
Right. All right, man. We gonna get off you now, man.
They're not going, nowhere.
We gonna get off you on that, man. I ain't gonna dog you too much longer. I'll put that shit back though. And so, huh?
Yeah.
Is your woman listening to the show, or is she around?
Uh-oh.
Who you say, me?
Yeah, you.
Oh, hell no, she ain't listening. If she was listening, though, I tell her she ain't sneaking shit in my grocery bag because I'm the man in this motherfucking relationship. You understand me? Excuse my language.
You would have bought it too, man. Shut up.
I wouldn't have bought that shit. I'd have put that shit back and got a Black Men magazine. They still got those?
Yes, sir.
I think, you know what? I think they do.
Yes, sir.
I would have put that shit back and got that.
Right. Yeah, you gotta come through my hood to get them boys, man. I know y'all came on up, man.
Right.
Still in the hood. That's where you can get them at, baby boy.
Oh, all right, bet.
$8.95. They double up.
See what I'm saying?
Them shits too.
$8.95. See, you to save a few dollars too. Shit.
Everything that went up. Jeez.
Hell
Brad
yeah.
having a Hawaiian punch and you on your way.
Man,
oh man, y'all ready?
Yeah,
I'm talk to sports today. Man?
Yeah, I'm ready to jump in there, dog.
Man, let's do this, man.
My bad, we got sidetracked.
Well, first of all, I just want to let our listeners know. Well, thanks for joining us, y'all. We just had to have some guy talk right quick. We are about to talk about sports, but we're trying something a little new this week, and hopefully, so on and so forth. But today we're going to be getting mediated by our producer, the Hood Howard Stern, Hugh, and he's going to be asking us. It's almost the style of First Take. If you guys watch it on ESPN2 or whatever, how Stephen A. Smith and Skip Bayless answer certain topics that the host of the show, well, not the host, but the mediator, Terry Champion, asks us or whatever. So we're going to be trying that system today and see how it works out for us. So bring you guys something a little new, a little fresh, or whatever. So when y'all ready, man, I'm ready to get it going.
All right, so yeah,
me too, man. Let's do this.
We'll go ahead and jump in there. Don't forget, though, if you're checking us out on YouTube or on eBlock Radio, you got to hit us up 760-283-4647 and hit that number 1 key, eblockradio.com, and we're about to jump in there. All right, so look, you know it's March already. Now, shit came kind of fast, honestly.
Yes, sir.
It's March already, so you know what time it is, man. It's March Madness time. Probably the only time I ever watched college basketball. I'm ashamed to admit it, but
agree.
Yeah, I'm a March fan, so that's I'm not ashamed to admit it. But we're gonna jump right into that, man. So basically, we want to talk about Kentucky's dominance. All right, so I want to know. I'm gonna throw it out there to both of y'all with the NCAA, AA tournament coming up, and Kentucky's dominance right now. Like, you think that's gonna take away from the excitement of the tournament this month?
You can go ahead.
Not at all. I don't think at all, man, because Kentucky's a good squad. I was pissed Georgia almost beat them yesterday. What I like, too, is Coach Calipari been saying stuff about how what upset him about this team is the fact that they don't have no guidance beyond him. And right now, they kind of run through competition, man. But I'm still the faithful, man. I think like teams like North Carolina, Duke, there's some good teams in this tournament, man. And one thing we know is I don't care how dominant you are, but you can still get beat in that tournament, man. We seen Kansas was the number 1 seed. They wasn't undefeated, but yet they lost. Nobody thought that, man. And brackets are going to be shattered like normal, man. But I still feel like when you step your foot in the door, even I don't care if you like a 23rd, 96, or however, man, they got so many damn people playing in the tournament nowadays.
Right.
It doesn't really matter what seed you are, man. You can get on a hot streak, man, and you can win. Nobody knew about the Commonwealth, college, man. Nobody paid no attention to VCU. And a lot of these colleges in there, man, they make a name for themselves. Like, man, who the hell knew George Mason, man? We didn't know them until they got in these tournaments. So teams make their names and they make efforts in this tournament. So I don't really think so far, even though their dominance in the year kind of made it boring for me to watch it now. But I think in March Madness time, man, everybody should be excited, man, because a lot of brackets going to get busted, man. And no team is good enough to lose in the first round. Anybody can get put out.
Right. All right, true that. JayLew, what'd you say, bro?
My take is a little bit different on it, and this is why. When you're dealing with, there haven't really been too many undefeated teams to go. I think Duke did it one year. I think they did. I'm not.
Yeah, they did in '92.
Yeah,
correct.
Okay, yeah, they went undefeated. They won championship that year, whatever. Other than that, there hasn't been really there hasn't been another team to go like undefeated and then win a national title like that. And when you can get through the regular season undefeated, I think when you get to the tournament, you're going to be able to coast. And the reason I say that is because you're doing a lot of traveling during the regular season. You know what I'm saying? You got different tournaments you're going through. You can have a sluggish week of practice. You got classes going on during, these games or whatever. Then it's just so much, conference play is so rough anyway. We all know conference play is iffy anyway sometimes. Sometimes on any other night, a team with 2 wins in the conference can come in and bust your bubble. You know what I'm saying? No matter if you're undefeated or whatever. So going into the tournament, I think Kentucky's going to coast in the tournament. once they fly through this, if they are able to fly through this big, the SEC tournament, um, I, they gonna win the national title. And to me, it's taken away from the excitement of it because, like I said, I just don't see anybody beating them in the tournament this year. I know, you know what I'm saying, you usually have like Cinderella, most of the mid-majors, which I don't even call them mid-majors anymore because these guys can ball. Anytime you have, you know what I'm saying, the VCUs and Wichita State and stuff ranked in the top 25 all year, you know what I'm saying, the mid-majors are off the door now. These guys are playing ball. They're competing on every level. You know what I'm saying? Not all the big conferences got to look out for these teams and the not so big conferences because these guys are playing ball. You know what I'm saying? They got seniors, juniors, and seniors on their teams where, you know, these other teams from the major conferences got freshmen and sophomores, you know, and guys leave it after 1 year and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So with this, man, to really answer the question, I think it's killing a little bit of my buzz for just college basketball in general this year, and for just my excitement for the tournament. Because I always get excited for March Madness. Like when March Madness comes up, I always watch the conference tournament, and then I end up watching the NCAA tournament, like every game. You know what I'm saying? And this year, it's just like, bruh, you know what I'm saying? Because I just haven't seen a team this well balanced to go into an NCAA tournament like Kentucky is well balanced. Like I said, if they just flow through this SEC tournament, it's a wrap. I don't see nobody beat in the NCAA tournament, which is gonna make it boring and predictable. So that's really my take on it.
All right, I feel you. And we gonna stick to that just a little bit more. I want to go a little different way with it though. But also too though, I know Hugh, you had mentioned earlier how, you know, some of those schools you never really heard of make it to the tournament and do some things. What do you think that does for for recruiting and the school overall?
I think it actually would help other teams, man, like that, because when you got teams like Kentucky and you got like these really solid teams, man, most times, man, if those guys leave that year, they'll still have other really high top recruits, man. When you got these no-name schools and the guys, you know, who are not really in schools that's really heard of and they're trying to make their name for themselves. A lot of times these teams, man, when you go to them teams, you're guaranteed to start. You're guaranteed to have playing time, man, to make an impact and to make a name for yourself. Now, I actually understand and I respect what James saying when he said that Kentucky made it boring. You know, yeah, they did, because I haven't really been keeping up with too much college. I watched one of my favorite rivalries. I watched Duke and North Carolina play because I'm a North Carolina head, you know, forgive me for that. But I just really don't think, besides that I've really been paying as much attention because, yeah, their dominance has been to the point where it took away from the sport. But at the same time, man, what I like, everybody have a chance in that tournament. And I feel like, man, every team has its day, man. I really still think that a team can come in and just make a name for themselves, man. But even though those guys remind me of like how big and how stout these Alabama teams was in college football. That's what they remind me of, because when Calipari recruits, man, it's like everybody want to go to Kentucky and play, man, because they know that they'll have a really good chance. You know, it's going to be mostly all the talented dudes. And when it comes to that, you know, the coach as well, you know, he's, you know, a mastermind behind the college, you know, basketball. But just really still think, man, you know, anybody who gets in will still have a chance. But these young schools, man, and these schools nobody heard of, man, when they make a name for themselves, man, I think it's good for the sport, because we talked about it before in college football, man, how they only had 4 teams in the tournament, man. I like college basketball slightly better because of the way they do their brackets. Everybody gets a chance, man. And I feel like to get that opportunity to have that type of spotlight in a tournament. If you're like a Wichita, nobody's seen them going undefeated. They lost the last game, but man, they went like on a winning streak, man. Nobody's seen that from a team like that, man. And you get the, VCUs, you get like George Mason, you get all these teams that come in here and make a name for themselves, man. That's why I like the tournament. And I feel like with college basketball, that's what it's about, man. Getting in there and trying to make an impact, man, so people can recognize you, man, and respect what you do, because that opened the doors for kids who say, man, they might not think I'm talented enough to go to Kentucky or, Michigan State, Ohio State, or one of these big name schools. But with this team or Wichita or like George Mason or somebody like that, Drexel, I have a chance. I can get in. I can make an impact. I can make an easy name for myself. And that's why I think it's good for the teams who don't really have no big impact, or teams people don't really pay attention to. Just to slide in and you can upset a few teams. If not, man, you can get on these teams and make those teams respect you. And that's the way you build, man.
Right. I feel
I
that.
agree.
You agree with that, Jay?
I absolutely agree with Hugh. What Hugh said. That's actually, he kind of took the words right out of my mouth. But to kind of expand on his point, because of the one and done factor, and because of all of these schools now are overloaded, most of the big conferences get overloaded with the top recruits, mostly like the McDonald's All-Americans and the ESPN 150. They just get overran. These major conferences like the ACC, SEC. You got more teams now in the ACC because they eliminated the Big East Conference. So a lot of those teams from the Big East are over in the ACC now. So that expands recruiting for them, for the top guys. So they're fighting for a lot of the top recruits, whatever. So this leaves guys who are probably top recruits that don't want to really fight for a lot of that playing position, or don't want to wait a year or two because of how guys like teams like Kentucky, Duke, North Carolina, teams like that are recruiting heavy. They will go to I hate calling them mid majors, but just for the lack of a better word for them, I'll just say stick with mid major. But the mid major team can get an offer out there, and the fact that they got their name out now, like Wichita State, like you were saying, Hugh, Wichita State, VCU, Drexel, guys like that, they can offer a kid on the ESPN 150 a scholarship, and they'll bite them. Hey, forget it. What I'm saying? Yeah, I'll go over to Wichita State. They are ranked. In the top 25. They don't play a real tough. They're not really on TV all the time. But hey, we get to the tournament, we got a chance. You know what I'm saying? So it really, I think, for these mid-major schools to do good in the tournament and stuff like that, and be bracket busters on a consistent basis, is really, really doing wonders for recruiting for the kids who are very, very good and kind of want to stay in college. Because like I said, there's kids out there that want to stay in college some years and, really learn the game of basketball further, just further than just the 1 year they're there. So I really think it's a good thing for basketball. Like I said, college basketball, to me, has the best playoff system out of any sport. Out of any sport. College basketball showing you how to really do it. And I really think that college football needs to quit with a bull crap and go ahead and get kind of a system like that. Like I said, take all of these bowl games and give them to the teams, like the little teams in the WAC conferences and put them in those, and then just have a college football playoff with the main conferences. You know what I'm saying? The winners of those conferences, put them in the college playoffs and let them just play it out. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I agree with you. Great. It's great for recruiting, man. Great. Like, absolutely great for recruiting.
All right, now, with that said, too, I know we don't want to spend too much time on the NCAA, but I did want to mention one thing, though. So, what do you think? This is just something I just thought about while we was talking about it. Like, so for those smaller schools that make it, to the tournament, and you have like some really quality players on there. Some of those end up being like, seniors or people who've been playing together for all 4 years. They get to the tournament, making long strides, maybe even get to the Elite Eight, Final Four, something like that. They look real good. But like, how do you think that makes the talent pool change in the NBA? Because I know at that point, obviously, NBA scouts are looking at that kind of thing. But what if you end up just having kind of a flash in the pan kind of thing because you got people who are, dominating a smaller division, then happen to, do well during the tournament and end up not really being NBA ready? Like, do you think some of those smaller schools kind of only ball big in the tournament, and then some of those players that end up coming out of there end up not, being as good? I go to you on that one first.
Hold on. I'm gonna start this one off. I really think that you really don't see a lot of those mid-major players get drafted high. You don't really see it, and the reason being is because of the conference play and just scouting. You know what I'm saying? Because most of them who go into the draft, whether they be a junior or senior or whatever, everybody got to go through like the little Nike camp, and they got to go through the the NBA workout and stuff like that. So the scouts and stuff get a chance to really look at these guys against some of the best in the world. You know what I'm saying? Well, yeah, I could say in the world because international players go to the Nike camp and stuff now. So I think the NBA will draft 19-year-old foreign player, with a huge upside before they draft a senior who had a good tournament, from a mid-major team. So I don't think that there's been too many flash in the pan lately. I would say that it would be a flash in the pan with one of these guys who just do 1 year in college and then come out. You know what I'm saying? And then get drafted like in the top 5 or something. A lottery pick, the top 13. I think that's more likely to happen than one of the mid-major players getting drafted. I think the only other player it was 2 that stand out to me, mid-majors who had kind of good regular seasons and good tournaments was, what's his name? Hugh. Kind of helped me out a little bit. The guy from, they got drafted by the Bobcats, number 3. With the hair, Adam Morrison.
Oh yeah, you talk about
Adam Morrison.
Oh yeah, out of Gonzaga,
Yeah, from Gonzaga, and then you had not too long Kyle Korver from Creighton, who was putting up numbers like crazy. You know what I'm saying? But then you could also, how many names can you read off from big schools who ain't did jack? You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Glad you said that.
So I think it's, like I said, I think it's more likely for one of the younger, players that's just killing it in college, they first year, and then they go to the NBA and just be a bust, than it would be, for a mid-major guy who's a junior or senior and who's more of a system-oriented player to go to the NBA. You see most of those guys get drafted on later rounds. And then you'll also see those guys who get drafted in the later rounds from those schools on championship NBA teams, doing the little things. You know what I'm saying? So I think it kind of works out for them like in the tail end, the things or whatever. But yeah, I don't think he'll really get a bust because they really don't get drafted. There's a lot of those international guys and took, you know what I'm saying, took them kind of just straight out of the equation.
What'd you say about that, Hugh?
And what's so sad about it, I agree with James on that because when you think about it, man, these major dudes, man, they never really get to the point where we really get a chance to see them in a big spotlight. What's worse about it, we all seen it before, Hugh. That the fact is, man, think about it. You guys see it. We see it all the time in the NBA draft. We'd be like, damn, this guy you got from France still has 2 years on his contract in France, but shit, you draft him and you probably get a mid-major person in the very late rounds, you know, and you wouldn't want to take a chance on a guy who's already here and who you can get right here and now, and you could probably put in your development league to get him prepared for the NBA in a season or two. You already take the risk and say, man, this guy's killing it in France, you know, and we want to take our hard-earned spend money and invest in this guy. We've done it before as Detroit Pistons fans, man. And look where that got us at, man. I don't even think this dude's not even in the league no more. Hell, I heard that Darko even got hurt trying to do mixed martial arts.
I was going to say, he was doing mixed martial arts, right?
Everything he do, he fails, man. So it's like, for the most part, man, there's a lot of major guys who are busts, man, who are from big schools. And, you know, when you look at it, Stephen Curran is a dime or a dozen, because I'm like Davidson, I wasn't really paying no attention to them until he came along. So, yeah, he's basically one of those guys that came out of nowhere and just basically caught us, you know. But at the end of the game, you know, his dad being Dale Curry definitely helped as well. We can't say that didn't, because we know all the time. We used to hear that too when he was in college. So that gave us inspiration, like, oh man, if he be as half as good as his dad, then we're interested, because we know how good his dad was. But now this guy comes to the league, he's even better, man. He's on another level. He's definitely in that MVP talk, as we talk about. That rarely happens with those schools, the mid-major schools. But at the same time, it's a lot of busts in these major schools, man. You know, and it definitely didn't surprise me neither. A lot of those guys, man, they'll be great in school. They'll even be great in the tournament, man. Felipe Lopez, for instance. Where is he? He's on the milk carton somewhere, man.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, I forgot about dude.
That dude. Oh,
absolutely.
That dude was
we all did.
Man, he was so butter in college, man.
He was for college, man. That guy, man, he just dropped off the face of the earth, man. We never heard from him. He came to the league, and it just seems like some of these guys, man, they just don't get it. And I think when you're in college, we're going to say football and basketball, man. A lot of them guys, man, they start to feel themselves too much, and they think they're better than what they are. They'll hear from people, oh, man, you the best thing right now in college, man. You the best prospect ever. And then they start to believe that hype. They don't study the game. They don't practice game tape or even study on getting better and becoming better players. It ain't all about just offense. You got to do it on both ends of the court. And, you know, definitely if you're a high draft pick, too, you got to show leadership, man. Definitely if you're on a team that doesn't have a point guard and you got to go over there and take over that team, man, it's like a lot of mental stuff that you got to get prepared for, man. And a lot of these dudes, when they believe they on hype, man, they come out and they just don't adapt, man. And then that's those dudes who just vanish, man, and just be on them milk cartons, man. And where are they now players, you know?
Right, exactly. And the crazy thing about that, though, is how many point guards come out of the college system and aren't leaders. Like, I don't even know how that's possible. Like, that's like coming out of college playing football as a quarterback and not having no leadership qualities. Like, I don't understand how that can even happen. Because that's on the court. No, seriously, on the court. I mean, the point guard is the quarterback. Like, I don't see how you can come to the league. You can come to the league without that type of mentality. Like, I don't even get it.
Right.
But that's a whole nother subject, though. We ain't gonna jump on that. But before we break out of March Madness, though, who's some of y'all favorites this morning?
You know, I'm gonna stick with my boys.
Who that?
I'm gonna stick with. I still like. I'm gonna go with these 4 teams. I know I can't pick 4, but I like these 4 teams in the tournament. I'm always go with North Carolina 1. Then I'm going to go with Kentucky, Duke. And, surprisingly to me, man, I definitely want to throw up in my mouth a little bit, man. But I like what Michigan State doing,
Oh, come on, son.
As long as they got his on, man.
Like I said, I told you I said about tournament earlier. And, like I said, I'm going to be paying close attention to the SEC tournament. But I really think Kentucky about to blow through this tournament. I haven't seen a team like this in years. You know what I'm saying? That has just so much balance everywhere. And we all know that guard play usually gets you through the tournament. Like, if you got good guard play and you got guys who can rebound and block shots, stuff like that, like Kentucky has, and you can blow through the tournament with ease, and I'm thinking Kentucky. The only other team that I can think probably sneak through there who could probably get with them is probably depends on what region they're in. I would probably say Wichita State because of they running ability. And Kansas, I like Kansas too. I think Kansas is young, but they play hard. And when they get going, man, they get going. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, I don't see nobody beating Kentucky in the tournament. And like I said, it also depends on what region they're in. And they're going to be a top number 1 seed. So, you know what I'm saying? They may have a little bit of a tougher region towards the end. But, they run to the Final Four might be just easy as hell. You might see some double-digit wins. like some real big double-digit wins, like, on their way to the Final Four. So, yeah.
All right.
I'm going with Kentucky.
Going Kentucky all the way, huh?
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's what's up. All right, so we gonna get up out of March Madness, man, and we gonna move it along to the big league. You know what I'm talking about? So, of course, Westbrook was I don't know. I'm gonna use what the young people say. I'm gonna say he turned up during the All-Star weekend. So I wanna know after the All-Star break, man, which one of the teams y'all think doing the most after the All-Star break? Hugh, I'm gonna throw it to you on this one.
What's crazy, man? The 2 teams that were on the top are still the 2 teams on top right now, man. But I think right now, just because they got all the elements of the game, I'm going to have to say right now Atlanta, man, because they got Jeff Teague. He's just balling out of control in the discipline of that team. We all knew if Horford was healthy, that would give them a definite heavy shot, man. That's like a heavy dose of, going to the playoffs. But then when you got Kyle Korver shooting the blood out that mug like he the 2000 Larry Bird, it's like, man, that team right now is just really disciplined, man. And it's like they're not a real fancy razzle-dazzle type team either, man. They win, with all the elements, defense, offense, and just playing the team game, man. And I have to throw this in there because I know y'all saw when my man Josh Smith was talking all this crap yesterday. He shot a couple of threes. He was feeling himself. He thought the game was over, and they just basically came back and rallied to beat them dudes. That's when I was like, damn, man, this team is scary right now, and I definitely think if they can continue to keep that intensity, they're even going to be even more scary during the playoffs, man.
All right, that's what's up. Jay, it sounds like you got some different opinion on that. I don't know. I could be wrong. It sounds like you did, though.
I'm gonna have to disagree with you on this one. I agree with them as far as Atlanta and their dominance this year. They just been just very freaking good, like surprisingly good because nobody expected it. You know what I'm saying? But they've been playing good like all year. You know what I'm saying? So they just pretty much keep their stride with what they had going before the All-Star break. But the team has kind of been doing the do since the All-Star break, man. And surprisingly, the Cleveland Cavaliers, for me, before, the All-Star break, they were up and down. You know what I'm saying? They went on a little bit of a streak when LeBron had came back from his injury, but they were still, kind of up and down, or whatever. But since the All-Star break, man, they've been playing very, very good, and they're looking like a top contender in the East, especially with Derrick Rose out for Chicago, and Jimmy Butler just got hurt for Chicago. So Cleveland can really make a run over there in the Central Division in the Eastern Conference, and pretty much they could probably wrap that division up soon. Got about 2 good months, 2.5 good months for that division. Derrick Rose is going to be out for a while, so for me, it's been Cleveland. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I know they lost Sunday to Houston because LeBron can't make no damn free throws, but
that's what bothers me.
But they've been kind of hot to me though. Like they've been teetering with it for a while, but they've been kind of hot. Like I said, man, they've been kind of hot to me since the All-Star break. They've been that team to me.
Okay, all right.
And they woke up asleep the giant too. They woke up Kevin Love. He's starting to play a little better too. That is getting to the point where they starting to frighten me right now. With I think with the additions of Mozgov and J.R. Smith, that kind of hurt me saying that, man, because I used to always say he was a selfish guy, but he's playing his role in Cleveland, and and my Sherper with his defense, man, that's gonna help him out a lot, man. That's great acquisitions to that team, but man, I just want to know which LeBron James is going to stand up, because that really pissed me off, man. I seen that game before the second free throw left his hand. I already was walking out. Then I hear my boy Justin say, "Oh, he missed it." I said, "Damn, I can't afford to have this LeBron James playing, man." So I was a little disappointed with them right now, man. I just feel like it's gonna get tightened up around the playoffs, man. But yeah, right now that's why I feel like Atlanta, even though they haven't proven nothing, man, and they've been for the longest a one and done, team in the playoffs, man. I just think that this team got a little more, nastiness to them, man, and definitely with everybody playing. And Jeff Teague, man, just him and his game, man. It seems like it's up in everybody else's play. Because who ever thought that Jeff Teague could come out and be playing the way he's playing this year?
Yeah, that's true. Now, what you said about Atlanta is definitely true. I think for some reason they are completely dynamic during the season, and I think hopefully that's not what's gonna happen to Kentucky in the NCAA. But when they get to the playoffs, it's like everybody go to the crib or something. I don't know what's going on. I mean, with that said, now both of y'all mentioned at this point. I mean, you mentioned Atlanta. Jay say, Cleveland. Nobody mentioned any West Coast teams. So y'all think no West Coast teams doing good?
Oh man, the West teams are nasty.
See, that's the thing, man. Most of the West Coast teams, everybody's staying kind of level where they've been. I was just looking at it, and I'm like, no, not really. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't nobody really, you know what I'm saying? Like, they pretty much in the West, they just jockeying for a position. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody's really going on the front right now, or nobody's really, like, you know what I'm saying, kind of separating from the pack. Everybody's just there. You know what I'm saying? The only one that's really, like, really at the head of the pack is Golden State. And I think they're going to keep their stride until, you know what I'm saying, playoff time. But, I mean, it's scary for them. It's not even cool right now to be the first place team in the West, because you might got to face the San Antonio Spurs or the Oklahoma City Thunder, you know what I'm saying, with a healthy Russell Westbrook and Durant in the first round.
That's bad.
I wouldn't even, you know what I'm saying? Like if it's any time to go on a slump, then go on it now. You know what I'm saying? Like, because if those teams stay there, dude, we talking about teams that had injury problems or whatever during the beginning of the year, for teams that's a little aged, you know what I'm saying, like San Antonio, a little aged, trying to pace themselves for the playoffs, and they turn it on. Like, you know what I'm saying? While everybody's looking at this regular season stuff, to some of these teams, man, it's about the postseason. Just get us there.
Right.
And then you get about, like you were just saying, just to elaborate a little bit, like you were saying, Hugh, about Atlanta, how they always get to the playoffs, and then it seems like they just drop off. That's because in the regular season, it's more about a little bit of stamina. It's about, you know what I'm saying, who's playing, you know what I'm saying, you got it's injuries going on and stuff like that. Playoffs, dude, it's all about matchups. All about matchups and strategy in the playoffs. And that's where they fall off at. They can't really match up with nobody in a Saturday game, period. You know what I'm saying? It's straight when you play the 76ers one night, then you go over and play the Pelicans, then you go over here and play the Hornets, then you might have to play Cleveland, who just got off a four-game West Coast swing. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that, you know, Cleveland might be tired. You know what I'm saying? Or dealing with that running-ass West Coast offense over there. You know what I'm saying? To be in, you know, Atlanta looking like the big dogs of the league, and then they get to the playoffs, and everybody like, gee, they got my ass in the playoffs, while, you know what I'm saying, Cleveland or whatever, and that's because it becomes about matchups. You playing the same team for, you know what I'm saying, probably for 7 straight games. You know what I'm saying? It like I said, it becomes about matchups.
Right.
So,
what'd you say about that, Hugh?
I think the West Coast, man. I love the West Coast dudes, man. We talk about them and give them so much love, man. It was good to swing over to the East for this time around, man. We know what some heavy hitters over there. Now we're looking at like teams like Phoenix, man, you know, who's trying to get in there. You know, you got Dallas, who gave, you know, San Antonio Spurs a hell of a run, man, last year. And they were the 8th seed, you know, and it was kind of good to see those things, man. But it's like, and I feel you what you said, James, because we all know, and you same thing with you, Quincy, man. The West Coast teams are going to beat the hell out of each other, man. That's why
right.
I was so shocked to see San Antonio come out on top after they damn near lost to, you know, Dallas Mavericks. I said, man, this is crazy. You know, I'm thinking they didn't have no rest, but it's like, what's so dynamic about Popovich, man, is he kind of, you know, cheats sometimes too, man. I don't care what nobody says. He rests his players and make fake injuries, man. You know, they had those guys fresh for the tournament, for the NBA championship, and you know, getting their brackets, man. Most times, like you said, well, James, they don't have to be a #1 seed, man. You know, as long as they get there, man. All Oklahoma City Thunder is saying is, let me get in. You know, Phoenix, all they want to do is get in. There's so many teams who just don't care about having a #1 seed, because I feel like any of them teams can match up any night, man, and they can play each other, and it'd be so brutal over there in the West, man, when they play, man. Like a team like you, we can say like a 4-5 team. Let's say, for instance, if Golden State was the #1 and they play OKC, that's going to be a problem. I wouldn't even tell you that, oh, man, I think that, you know, the Golden State just going to run through the tournament, or they're just going to run through these guys in their series. I'd be like, man, it's possible. It's a go to a game 7, and it can be anybody's game. But when you see another team like a 4th and 5th seed, like, you know, we're going to throw it out there, like the Portland Trailblazers. Say if they play Memphis, man, that'd be a hard matchup too, man. It's like there's so many good teams over there, man, and I don't think that it's going to be a team that's going to get swept, or it'd be like a 4-1 series, man. It'll at least be like a 4-2 series with the majority of these teams, man. Phoenix being an exception, if they were in there, I think they could probably lose all 4. But it's like so many heavy-hitting teams in the West that we always talk about those guys, man. But I think that definitely that the West has a chance, man. But right now, I think the East is trying to make way right now, man. It's like I definitely want to see the change of things, you know, the power shifting over back to the East. But with the West right now, I can't say it, man. But I know, I feel like, and I respect what James said. Cleveland did a lot, man. They probably did enough, you know, to be there. But at the same time, man, it's like I've taken a really huge risk with Atlanta right now, man. And I am scared because y'all gonna laugh at me when I say this because I know Mozgov is an overseas player, man, but I don't think that Jaja Pachulia or Horford can really handle him and Love, man.
Yeah.
Not on the court together.
All right. I can feel that.
And I'm afraid of that because that matchup might come sooner than we expect.
Right. All right. Well, look, on that note, though, we'll go to the flip side of that. So, of course, we talk about who hot after the All-Star break, but now I want to know who you think is straight whack after the All-Star break, man. Who done went straight downhill? I want to know what you got to say about that, Jay. What you say, man? Who's stinking up the gym?
No saying, man.
Man, well, three teams stick out to me. And two of them in the East.
I know one of them. They're my boys, man. Lay off them.
I want to say one of the teams in the All-Star break has just been plummeting, man. It's Toronto. Toronto is playing hella good. Like, I want to say a week before the All-Star break. You know what I'm saying? You kind of don't pay too much attention to it because, you know, they're like, everybody trying to rest some guys, you know, before the All-Star break, get them back healthy so they can take that second half of the season run, you know, finish off the season, second half of the season strong. And, dude, they just was like, they just been like, they forgot. Like, you know, they're like, okay, we got to get back on our first spot. They've been getting whipped lately. You know what I'm saying?
Did they lose to the Celtics?
The second team on my list is the Washington Wizards. Man. They've really been falling off lately. Like they just like don't even know how to play basketball no more. You know what I'm saying? It's like just John Wall all day. Like they just putting everything on John Wall. You know what I'm saying? And they forgetting to help out and play with a lot of continuity like they've been doing all year. You know what I'm saying? So they definitely got to find that because they stink right now. And the last thing, they just dropped out of the playoffs not too long ago in the West is Phoenix. Phoenix been surprising me. And I think losing Goran Dragic to Miami hurt them a lot. You know, I think that really hurt them. They've been on a bit of a losing streak lately. So, and like I said, it don't help none for Oklahoma City to just, you know, be acting a fool like they were Russell Westbrook, been acting a fool like he been lately. But yeah, those are my three teams who've been in the slump.
All right, Hugh, what you say?
My teams are similar, but you know, I feel bad for saying this. You know, Phoenix too, man. After Dragic left, man, I definitely didn't have no hope for them. But I'm go on to another team. I'm gonna swerve you on this one, man, and I'm gonna go with the Clippers, man. They've been very disappointing this year, man, and I'm starting to believe I'm drinking Doc Rivers Kool-Aid when he say they soft, man. I believe they are extra soft right now, man. And I'm like, this ain't the Lob City I seen 2 years ago, you know. And I'm a little disappointed with them and their play, man. It takes a guy to say a racist comment to rally these dudes to win the game, man. It's like you guys don't have that type of, you know, crazy stuff or controversy or drama going on right now, and you just living the dream right now, man. They get soft. You know, so I'm disappointed in them, man. And I knew James was going to say my boys, Washington, and they hurt my feelings because I love John Wall, man. But I feel like with Bradley Beal being injured for most of the year, man, it's just like they're not meshing. And what really hurt them, Hugh and James, I really think, is they let that boy go, man. When you let Andre Miller go, I thought that he was the leader, or he was the veteran leadership that they needed. on that team. And when he left, I said, damn, you know, I know he probably wasn't giving you a lot of minutes or giving you big points. I think with my session can go out and light it up on any given night, but I just don't feel like they had that leadership with Andre Miller. I think that kind of hurt them as well. They're kind of lost out there. And I just was surprised in seeing how they play, man. But I'm gonna go with the Bulls too, man, because I'm looking at the Bulls, man, not because they're not a good team, man. I just feel like when you lose Rose and you lose Butler, man, it's like they lost so much, man. They really got Jakeem back, really. He's not the same person, man. And there's just so much going on in Chicago right now, man. I think that they'll go to the playoffs, man, but depending on who they play, man, they could play a team like Toronto who was slipping, and I think that they'll give them problems, man. If they can catch them guys with Derrick Rose still injured and maybe a teetering Jimmy Butler, man, I think them guys can get shocked early too, man.
Okay. All right, that's what's up. All right, now before we jump over here, I'm gonna do just like we did in the NCAA. So with that being said, with the people who fell off, thinking of the gym after the All-Star break and whoever, you know, doing their thing, like I said before, you know what I'm saying, turning up. Yeah, I want to know, you know, who are y'all picks heading into the playoffs though? Jay, I'll go with you on that one.
You said our picks as far as in the playoffs as far as what?
Yeah, just going into the playoffs. Like, who do you think gonna really make it and then make a run in the playoffs?
Out of the WAC teams?
Yeah.
Or the teams who slipping?
Yeah, all the teams that slipping.
90 seconds.
You said the teams that slipping?
Yeah, the ones that
I
slipping.
really think Washington can make a run.
I
think if Washington gets back to the basketball that they used to playing, I think Washington can make a run. Because of their, you know what I'm saying, Bradley Beal comes back healthy and plays like he, you know, like we know he can play. I really think they can make a good run, a real good run.
60 seconds.
Chicago. I think Chicago can make a good run. And Phoenix. I think if Phoenix gets in the playoffs, which I don't know now, like, I don't know who they're knocked out of that bottom three. They're not going to knock out Dallas. They're not knocking out San Antonio or unless Russell Westbrook goes back out and KD doesn't come back. But other than that, if they were to get there, I think they'll be scary for some teams, you know what I'm saying, because of that guard. I really think them losing Dragic hurt them because that three-guard rotation is very hard to deal with for some teams. So, you know, those are my picks. Who, you know what I'm saying, are struggling right now.
10 seconds.
Make a run. I really think my top pick. I really think Washington can make a good run.
Okay. All right. What about you, Hugh? What you say?
You know, that's the most deadliest team out of all of them. I believe that we was mentioning, like from Toronto and Phoenix. Phoenix scares me. The fact that what made me mad about them is I thought after they got rid of Dragic, they was gonna settle, but they got rid of him and they got rid of Isaiah. And I said, "Oh no, man, these guys are crazy." I think they got rid of Isaiah first, if I'm not mistaken. I'm thinking it was gonna be the Dragic zone. He was right behind them, but just definitely don't think they have enough now after that, man. It's like I just don't know what they can do. But out of the teams that I feel like the teams who slipping, who I feel like can do good and really like scare teams in the playoffs, is Washington, man. Nene and Gortat, man, and then if they can get a healthy Bradley Beal, and at the same time, I think that Ravon Sessions will really start to come along with them guys too, man. I think he always been a talented guy, just need a little spotlight, or just need that. If he can get that six-man, you know, love on that team, because, you know, give John Wall a chance to rest, man. But I think that's going to be a real dangerous team, man. I like everything about them right now. So that's the team I pick. If you're going to get one of these scuffling teams, I think they can make it from, you know, coming from manure to being some good fine old Breyers ice cream.
Right. That's what's up, man. All right, so we're gonna shoot off the NBA, man. We're gonna shoot to a commercial break in just a moment. But when we get back, we got to talk about some NFL, fellas. You know we got to get into that. I know it ain't NFL season, but there's a lot of NFL news going on, a lot of trades going on. It's something that Jay had mentioned to me earlier. Of course, we're going to talk about, but there's one other thing I got to throw in there. We got to talk about some contract stuff, and you already know who I'm talking about. But we'll be back in a little bit to talk about that. And also, man, we got to talk about Mayweather later on, though. These tickets is ridiculous. Straight ridiculous, man. So don't forget, man, if you're on YouTube right now, you can't call in no more, so you just got to keep watching on YouTube. All right, we'll be back, man. Beyond the Bleachers, dog. We'll be back in 2 minutes, man. I'll let your boy.
It's your boy, the Hood Howard Stern, producer of the Livest Cloud radio show on the planet, straight from the E-Block Radio. It'll let you know that if you have a small business or a product that you want to promote, then this is the venue for you. We have over 90,000 listeners eager to hear about your small business or product today. So go to the website, www.eblockradio.com, and see what package works for you. We have packages as low as $25 a month. Where to do that at? You can advertise your small business or product with us today. Don't forget the website, www.eblockradio.com, and advertise your small business with us.
Witness the Black Tie experience. Black Tie Photography, servicing all of Metro Atlanta area. My name is Cedric Pitts, your photographer. Check out our website at www.blacktiepictures.com or like our Facebook page, facebook.com/Black Tie Pictures. Let me capture your professionalism in class, and you will have the ultimate black tie experience.
Yo, man, we back in the building, man, for the livest sports radio show on the planet, man, Beyond the Bleachers, with your boy, man, JayLew, and my man, Hugh, and, of course, your boy, man, the Hood Howard Stern, holding it down, mediating today, you know what I'm talking about? So, if you just now joined us, man, we've been talking about all kind of sports stuff today, man. If you just now checking us out on E-Block Radio, we're going to move it right along. We're going to move from the hoop court. We're going to go back to the field, man, where I love to talk about, love to play, man. Love to watch the game, dog. We got to get back to the NFL. So, fellas, man, you know, there's been a whole lot of stuff going on, dog. We're going to jump off first, you know what I'm saying, with the, we know it, before we get to the trade, man, I got to talk about Ndamukong Suh, dog. No franchise tag. What's going on, man? First, I want to, it's a two-part question, all right? So, we're going to start first with, did the Lions make a mistake by not putting a franchise tag on him, man? Hugh, I'm gonna shoot to you on this one, man. What you say?
I believe so, man, but I think that Caldwell is one of them disciplinary coaches that's not going to take no crap, man. And I feel like as far as the cap space, man, he'll take a huge cap hit for him right now, man. And I just think that he's trying to say, hey, man, we're not going to do this, man. This is not the way we're going to lead our team. But if he feels that way, man, I don't know what he's thinking. I don't know what they're thinking. But I understand if he didn't give them that, man. But maybe he knows something I don't know. But I definitely think that the way he acts and the things he was saying, even in the season, I don't think that he's going to stay with us, man. I think that's a mistake because of the fact I don't think he'll stay. And with him, man, our defense only goes as Ndamukong Suh goes right now, man. That's who is our heartbeat. He's the heart and soul of the defense, man. But the scary thing is now, man, somebody's going to offer him a lot of money. And what scared the hell out of me this year, and I know y'all seen it, man. It broke my heart when I seen Gerald McCoy offered Tampa Bay Buccaneers get that $100 million contract. I said, uh-oh, if he gets that, man, Suh gonna probably asking for 130, 150 mil. It's gonna be outrageous. Somebody's gonna pay him crazy amount of money to go to their team, man. You know, I think that just because of that alone, it's probably a mistake on our behalf, but I do respect him putting his foot down.
Okay, I can dig that. JayLew, what'd you say, bro?
Oh, people want to get mad at me.
Oh,
I
damn.
know Detroit fans are about to get mad at me, but I I agree with you when he talks about the disciplinary thing. Well, I like that. I like his sternness, the kind of coach he is, whatever. But what I do disagree with is the fact that they didn't make no mistake. They didn't make a mistake. They didn't make no mistake with Sue. The hell with them. Like, and this is the reason I say this. Now, if I could name off some positions: quarterback, running back, wide receiver, defensive end, shutdown corner, and I want to say that's about it. Those positions are necessary to me to have on your team and to pay a certain amount of money to keep them on your team when they become free agents. A defensive tackle? Like, really? Like a defensive tackle? Paying all that money to? That's not really, if you look at his production over, like if he had J.J. Watt numbers, I would understand.
Well, see that's where
you honestly compare him, say he's the second best defensive player behind J.J. Watt. I can't honestly say that. The defensive tackle position is expendable to me. You can get somebody in there that can do what you need him to do. You know what I'm saying?
What?
I don't know what the fixation on the dominance is. I really don't.
When you have a dominant defensive tackle, though, I know that the stats will never prove that. You have a dominant defensive tackle, though, that makes your defensive ends and your linebackers play that much better. So no, you're not gonna see it on the stat sheet. But when Ndamukong Suh got three people,
don't get me wrong.
Go ahead.
Because I study every facet of the game. I see the times where he only got one tackle, but was probably the MVP of the game.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I look beyond the stat sheet, but still, you can still get a player that can do that. That's what I'm saying. You can still get another player who can do that. A rookie just came out last year, Aaron Donald, that plays for the St. Louis Rams, won Defensive Rookie of the Year,
right,
had double digits in sacks, and was straight balling. They even said the Lions should have drafted him. You know what I'm saying? Because you didn't know the fate of Sue. You didn't know really the fate of Fairley, whether it be contract or injury-wise. Why not get a defensive tackle? You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, defensive tackles come and go. That's not a position that you're supposed to invest all that money in if you really want to be a contender. If you really, really want to be a contender, this is the reason why you have the Patriots, teams like the Patriots, Steelers, Packers, all them guys. That's why those teams are steady in the playoffs every year and that contending for Super Bowls, because they don't kick out money like that to expendable positions.
That's because they never
do it.
That's because none of the teams never had no good defensive tackle.
You say who?
None of those teams never had a good defensive tackle. And I'll let you know right now.
What I'm saying though, they've had tackles that do the job that's required of them.
But if they had a dominant one,
MVP tackle,
if they had a dominant one,
they don't have to be an
they would
MVP
pay
tackle. That's what I'm saying. If you invest all this money into, you got pretty much all your cap money invested in three positions: your quarterback, your wide receiver, and then Now they're running back, a guy who probably touched the ball 30, 40 times a game. You put it in a defensive tackle. Like, no. No. Hell no.
So you're just not going to agree with that one.
Draft you a defensive tackle in the draft or get somebody else cheaper who would do the same thing. Now, if this was a deep end, a game changer, a J.J. Watt, yes, give it to me. But not soon. No. Hell no. I don't know what's the fixation.
What's the difference?
Don't.
What's really the difference, though? The only thing different with J.J. Watt is
what?
The only difference with J.J. Watt is that he's coming from the outside, so he's getting numbers. The disruption of offense is still the same, is equal.
J.J. Watt does something that, like, J.J. Watt's on another planet. Like, he lives, breathes, eats, sleeps, shit, football. That's what he does. You know what I'm saying? He blocks passes. He makes sacks. He makes all types of other plays for other things. He catches touchdown passes now. So it's like,
all right, look, I'm gonna
everything.
I'm gonna tell you why.
My thing is, he doesn't. He to me, well, it's too much money to give a defensive tackle to me, because if you give him this much money, you're not going to be able to build anything else. And then we're going to keep having this conversation. The Lions stupid. What they front office doing? They giving too much money away to 3 positions. They ain't going to never make the Super Bowl or whatever. It's time for the culture to change, man.
So look,
I have a question for you, Jay. Say if this happened, man, okay, and we're going to use this for instance, like, say if they let Ndamukong Suh walk in free agency because they paid too much money for him. I'm about to try to settle this with some players that I think that they can get. Do you think that that'll help them out? Like, say if they can get a DeMarco Murray at a running back position, and then get like a solid guy, you know, in the draft, one of the top dudes as far as the tackle position. Do you think that we've done enough as far as filling the hole for just one player and getting 2 players who can make an impact on our team?
I think so. And first of all, I'm going to throw this little nugget out for y'all Detroit Lions fans. Now, we'll be talking about this a little later. Hugh will bring that subject up for us a little later. But McCoy got traded. They gave Lions first dibs on him. They gave the Detroit Lions first dibs on Shady McCoy, and we didn't bite. Wow. But I just wanted to throw that out there. But to answer your question, Hugh, yeah, I think they would have done enough. If they can get 2 for 1, hell yeah. Especially, like I said, especially from a defensive tackle position. That, to me, that position is expendable. It's expendable to me. Just like free safety is. And the reason free safety is expendable to me is for the simple fact of, look, I'm about to break it down. This is why free safeties are expendable to me. Because they get hurt a lot. You know what I'm saying? Free safeties get hurt a lot. They really don't have a lot of longevity. You don't have guys like Ronnie Long. You don't have the Iron Man like Ronnie Law anymore. Troy Polamalu, they ain't even signing him back with the Phillies.
That's great.
Polamalu is originally a strong safety.
You look at the other safeties. You look at most of the other safeties in the league, man. They do 2, 3 good years. Watch what I tell you. Watch what Cam Chancellor will be in about another year or so. We just hearing about it. He's best safety in the league, best free safety in the league. Watch what his ass be in about 2 years. A journeyman somewhere, playing for the damn Buccaneers or the Raiders. That ain't doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? Watch. It's expendable, dog. Linebackers are expendable.
Well, goddamn, who not expendable?
They're not kicking out as many just Ray Lewis middle linebackers anymore.
So the defensive tackle.
They come to dominant tackles.
So the defensive tackle and the linebacker are expendable. Who the fuck playing defense, Jay?
You say what? I'm telling you,
the D tackle and the linebacker is expendable. Who the hell is playing defense?
Look, the position that's dominating on the defensive side of the ball now is shutdown corners, defensive ends, and your the shutdown corners and defensive ends.
And don't you realize that cornerbacks can't shut down nobody if there ain't no defensive pressure?
You invest a whole bunch of money in because they do the most. If you look at it, they do the most. What do your defensive ends do? They stop the quarterback from throwing the damn ball or putting him under pressure.
They are only able to do that because of the pressure from the inside.
Huh?
They are only able to do that because of the pressure from the inside. That shit is not expendable. A shutdown cover corner can't.
What are you talking about?
What do you mean? What I'm talking about? You can't double.
Come on, no.
You can't double team. Hold on, dog. You want to talk about this? We're gonna talk about this. All right, you can't double team and send a fullback to block a defensive end. You can send all three of those to block a defensive tackle. That's gonna always leave the ends open. And if nobody's plugging up the inside, linebackers can't make tackles. All of that shit come inside out, Jay. All of that shit come inside out.
When have you seen a running back pick a goddamn defensive end up?
They don't. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying they don't.
Most of the time, when
that is what I'm saying.
Picking up blocks, they're picking up the defensive end or a blitz rusher that's coming from the outside.
And how do you think you blitz? You blitz doing stunts, right?
They're not worried about no D tackle. If a D tackle gets past a guard or a center, it's pretty much a wrap for the quarterback.
All right, so first of all, Jay.
If they get past that,
first of all, Jay, let me tell you something, Jay.
The ends get cut blocks and everything.
Jay, let me tell you something though. Before we go even further, dog, I'm gonna tell you a little something about defensive tackles. All right, before you go even further, you are absolutely right. But the defensive tackle job is never. It really ain't never to penetrate. If you fuck around and get a sack or get a tackle in the backfield, and you got lucky, that is not your job. So they doing their job. And I said without a dominant defensive tackle, none of those other positions could do shit. So you can't say that they're expendable. That's all I'm saying.
I agree with that because you want to know why?
Yeah, tell me why.
Where we grew up watching football, where it was mostly a grinded out, you know what I'm saying, black and blue league, where you had pretty much every team had a good running game. You know what I'm saying? Good, and they just love to run the ball around. You know what I'm saying? Even the teams that had aerial assault had good running backs. You know what I'm saying? So that way you had to have good run stoppers. You know what I'm saying? A D tackle, and you had to have good run stoppers playing your middle linebacker position. You know what I'm saying? Then you have to have the safeties to come up and support the rush. But now it's a passing league. So now you have to be able to get to the quarterback for one, and for two, you got to be able to defend the receiver.
But you already know it's turned to a passing league.
So
the league changes a passing league, but it's a short passing league. So everything is fast. So nobody gets to the quarterback any damn way. And the thing is, though, when you think about a dominant,
they get to the quarterback, ask JJ Watt.
Man, come on, dog. You just can't tell me that the defensive tackle position is expendable. That's all I'm saying.
The second season he's gonna have like 20 sacks. The second straight season.
Man. That does not mean that the defensive tackle position
deserves the 100-something million. And he got his 100 million.
So basically you said no defensive tackle deserves that.
Sewell get paid more than JJ Watt. And that's bullcrap. He don't deserve more than him. What has he done? Sewell hasn't done really anything since his rookie year. His second year His second year was kind of rough or whatever. He hit a little sophomore wall. He was going through stuff, you know what I'm saying, a little behavior stuff going on or whatever. Third year, he played very good. Very good. Last year, he was good. But he's not over $100 million good. Hell no.
So how good is it? I mean,
because get to a Super Bowl,
but somebody gonna pay him though. So how good is it?
Somebody gonna pay him, and you know who's gonna pay him? Either the Jacksonville Jaguars, the damn Raiders, the Jets. You know what I'm saying? Teams, they ain't got a shot in the head of going to those Super Bowls if they don't contend it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta pay the boss to be the boss. And if he really want to contend for something, man, how much is he losing, man? If he getting paid like $80 million, like he getting paid, your contract is $80 million. How about that? Like, come on. The team is making taking all the chances because you can get hurt tomorrow. And you got $50 million up front.
But JJ got a lot of money too, man, in that contract. You know, possibility he can get hurt, man.
Not no deep tackle. If we were talking Calvin Johnson, this wouldn't even be a conversation. Hell yeah, give Calvin the money. You know what I'm saying? Or running back. Hell yeah, give it to him.
So what makes it less expendable?
Yeah.
What makes Calvin Johnson less expendable?
Just because he's through and everybody likes him? No, hell no.
Jay.
No.
Jay.
No.
What makes CJ more any less expendable?
You say what?
What makes Calvin Johnson any less expendable?
Because he's a game breaker. He can win games for me. He can actually win games.
And Golden Tate can too. So.
You say what?
Golden Tate can too. So what makes him less expendable?
I mean, Golden Tate can, but Golden Tate don't really demand attention.
What?
Like he don't demand attention.
What?
A strong receiver don't demand that much of attention.
What? What's okay? All right, we're gonna move along. We're gonna move along.
He don't demand that much attention. Take that from Golden State before they take that from Calvin.
And they gonna get their ass towed up.
Golden State can score a touchdown or two on you. Calvin can get 4 of them because of his speed, his height, his size, everything about him. Calvin Johnson can dominate you for a whole game and just have your whole team over there checking.
Golden Tate can too.
No, absolutely not.
Hey, we're gonna move on, dog. We're gonna move on because defensive tackles are expendable, and I don't want to talk about it no more. All right, so
they are, man. Defensive tackles. You said that shit because you was a defensive tackle.
Hell yeah, that's all. So that shit has a soft spot in my heart. Okay, so fuck you. All right, I'm saying. Anyway, moving right along, dog. We're gonna talk about the McCoy trade, man. All right, so I want to know: is that trade going to be more helpful for Buffalo, or is it going to be an issue for Philly? Like, who came out the best in this trade? Jay, I'm gonna go to you on that one.
I'm gonna make this short and sweet. So you can have the floor. I'm gonna make this real short and sweet. I really think, honestly, that Buffalo just hit the jackpot. And I think once they get a quarterback together with this, like, because they got weapons on offense over there. They got some good young receivers over there. They got a nice offensive line. Now they got a good running back over there. And it's just they just signed Matt Castle. I don't know how much of that's not really an upgrade. I still think they need to actually draft a quarterback. EJ Manuel's not it for me. I think he was a flash in the pan. But if they get a quarterback, a good quarterback, man, they gonna come out winners in this. I think this is definitely gonna hurt Philly on their end You know what I'm saying? Because it's hard. It's gonna be hard to find another running back that can do the stuff for you that Shady McCoy could do. And plus, on top of that, Shady McCoy won them a lot of games by himself last year. Like a lot. Like probably like almost a handful of games by himself. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna be hard to find another running back where you can ride like that. So I definitely think Philly made a mistake and trade him off like that, especially for this linebacker. And I think something else. They got Kiko Alonso, which I think he's pretty good, but he's coming off ACL surgery. I really don't understand that. But
right, because linebackers are expendable
in this trade. Yeah, I think Buffalo won in this trade.
Hugh, what you think, man?
He kind of put fear in my heart to see McCoy go over, not to just the AFC, but the AFC East, man. It was a dangerous decision. I feel like on Chip Kelly's part. I think the dude's an idiot, man. I see now he got 9 of his Oregon players, and now I think he's going to have 10 because I'm hearing a rumor now with all the, cap space he opened up. He's trying to go after Super Mario Mariota. I don't know what he's thinking right now, man. I feel like Shady, man, it wasn't too long ago he was the best in the league, as far as running backs go,
Right.
And yeah, he had a slow season last year, but at the same time, he wouldn't. When you're the best or when people measure you as the best, they're going to say, hey, he's the best. I want a piece of him. I want to know how good I am. The people measured themselves off of getting to him and stopping him from being explosive as he is and who he really is we all know as Shady McCoy. I just don't feel like he was basically drinking the Chip Kelly's Kool-Aid, man. Sean Jackson wasn't drinking the Kool-Aid. You see, they shipped his ass out of town.
Right.
And now this happened with McCoy, man. And everybody he's traded for, he even tried to get the defensive end on the Dolphins. The Deion Jordan kid, he tried to get him over there at one point, and people didn't recognize that. So I'm looking and I'm like, man, all he want to do is have this, nothing but the NFL Oregon, man. It's the NFL Oregon edition.
Right.
I don't think it was a good idea. And I want to see their games. I look at their games real close, man. Because I look at this dude like he's probably the jackass of the year, man. We don't save this what we're saying right now because I want to go back to this, man. I don't think the dude's going to be successful, man. And I'm definitely going to look back at this, man. You get rid of my boy Trent Cole. You get rid of Karen Williams. Maybe he makes a splash in free agency, but we've seen this before. With Andy Reid, man. Andy Reid fat ass business, man. He went after everybody in free agency. What happened? They didn't even go to the playoffs that year, man. So I just don't see what Chip's doing, man. I'm not drinking this Kool-Aid, man. Hell, and I love Oregon, man. For all the Oregon fans, I'm sorry, but I gotta say it. What the hell has he done in Oregon besides make an explosive offense, man, and a fast-paced offense, man? And they did their plays just like extra fast. How many championships did they won when he was there? None. Just don't think it's gonna. I don't think it's gonna do anything, man. I know my man's Ray Smile right now smiling cheek to cheek. I'm hearing right now it's gonna be a little controversial because I know Shady wasn't happy with the trade, and I think he's gonna try to go for a holdout. But I believe once he gets that football in his hand, man, he's gonna be dangerous, man. Definitely in that division too, man. It's like, man, they're really trying to make strides, man. And yeah, I think it was just bad Chip Kelly decision.
Yeah. All right, well, definitely I can dig that. Now, before we jumped on this, though, I know, Jay, you mentioned that that the Lions had the first dib, you know what I'm saying, at McCoy. So I'm going to throw that out there. You think that would have been a good pickup for us? Hugh, what you say about that, man? I'm going to go to you first.
Hell yeah, that would have been a good pickup, man. When they got rid of Reggie Bush, I said, okay, yeah, he had a really good year the year before, man, and he was consistent. When he got hurt, he was kind of iffy this year. He couldn't sustain his health, and that's what hurt him. And I look at it like, man, the league is a what have you done for me lately type of league, and that's why I think they got rid of him like that, man. But if we have first dibs on McCoy, I'm saying, what the hell we thinking, man? And I'm starting to drink James Kool-Aid right now, man. We could have got him. We could have got a good another player in this like little hookup. If they ever let Sue roll out of here and let him leave, I'll be a little hurt like, damn, man, we lost Sue. Well, we got, Shady McCoy, and we got like a Greg Hardy. I know you wouldn't be pissed off with that. Q. We got Greg Hardy and Shady McCoy. I probably would have been like, I'm a little pissed, but right now I'm smiling inside. But just thought that if we could have got McCoy, man, I'm trying to see what the hell was they thinking? Why didn't they go after him?
Right.
Maybe they know something I don't know.
I was just gonna say it. Maybe they know something we don't know. Jay, I know you got something to say about that.
Man, see this to me right here. This is what separates the contenders from the pretenders when it comes to really doing deals that make your team better and that just complements your team. And Shady McCoy complements everything that you would want to do from the Lions standpoint. He'll make stuff so much easier for Stafford. It would have even been funny. You know what I'm saying? Because he does so much, out of the backfield. He's so shifty. He's a great receiver out of the backfield and everything. You know what I'm saying? So I don't understand it. And plus you need to change the pace back. Now in the league, you need to change the pace back. I love Joy Bit. I love Joy. I love the way he run or whatever. But he's not a 3-down back. We all know that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You need somebody in there to change the pace. You know what I'm saying? Give you more of an up-tempo running style or whatever to keep the defense on their toes. And then, you know what I'm saying, you throw that, Joy Bell at them, the hammer at them, and then you go back, you know what I'm saying, with the finesse or whatever. So I really think if the rumors are true, because I was reading it on Bleacher Report website yesterday, if the rumors are true, they messed up. You know what I'm saying? They were able to get him. And you see what Buffalo had to give up for him. Freaking injured linebacker. Like, you know what I'm saying? Who only had 1 year in the league. Kiko Alonso was 11 years ago.
We could have given him 11 years
Like, man, I just, for something like that, man, a Pro Bowl running back who's proven in the league, man, that's hey, if that's true, I don't know what the hell they doing. You know what I'm saying? Maybe, like I was just saying, maybe they know something we don't know. But we'll see when the season starts. And he's whipping it up over there in Buffalo. I'm gonna flip a goddamn table over or something. But hey, we can see.
Yeah, we definitely gonna see on that one. All right, man. This is enough about NFL talk, man. I already got work done talking about Ndamukong Suh and talking about how defensive tackles are expendable. So I don't want to talk about that shit anymore. All right, so we're gonna keep it moving right along, man, so I can get rid of my attitude, dog. But you know what time it is now, man. Man, we gotta talk about some boxing, bro. We gotta talk about some boxing. Now everybody been sitting around for years on top of years down there, waiting on this Mayweather and Pacquiao fight to pop off, man. But first of all, I don't know if it's gonna live up to all the hype, dog. But we gonna start first just by commenting on the price of these damn tickets, bro. So I want to throw it out there, man. I just want to figure out, is this fight really worth the ticket? Like literally. So Jay, man, what'd you say, dog?
I would say when the damn fight should have happened about 5 years ago,
Right.
I wouldn't mind paying in the thousands. You know what I'm saying? Like if I had it like that, you know what I'm saying? Because most of everybody that's gonna be at this fight is gonna be celebrities. They're gonna be somebody. You know what I'm saying? Whoever at this fight is gonna be somebody. And I heard they being picky about their tickets. Like they're not even selling them to just regular people. They're selling them to like A-list people. You know what I'm saying? So I would say that about 5 years ago, yeah. You know what I'm saying? You'll spend some thousands on a ticket to see a super fight. But now, I think the hype kind of dwindled a little to me. You know what I'm saying? The hype kind of dwindled. Now, you just kind of, I think, Pacquiao gonna win. I think Mayweather gonna win or whatever. It's more of just a fight that you just kind of just looking for, just seeing get over with. Put it like that. Not looking forward to, as far as I'm so excited and pumped up or whatever. I thought about it the other day, like after we had the little show on or whatever. I thought about it. I was like, I said, you know what? I think I overhyped the damn fight. I really think that I just want to see the fight get over with. Like, I just want to see it. You know what I'm saying? And to me, I really think everybody, all the, you know what I'm saying, them people with them damn TMT hats and all this shit, they really watched to see why London team didn't want to fight this man. They really about to see it. Win, lose, or draw, they really about to see it. They really about to see it. You know what I'm saying? So, but I just think the pricing is ridiculous for a fight that should have happened 5 years ago. You know what I'm saying? They shouldn't be getting this price of admission for something that should have happened 5 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I had an assignment to turn in or a work assignment to do that shit 5 days later, like, you're not gonna get the same credit that you would have gotten for it. You know what I'm saying? When it was due, when it should have happened or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So my take on it is overhyped right now and overpriced.
All right, that's what's up. Man, you drinking that Kool-Aid again or what?
Man, listen, man. 5 years ago, I wouldn't have paid that crazy overpriced ticket sale, man. I probably would have went to a bar or something, you know what I'm saying, to save a little bit of money. You know, probably went to Buffalo Wild Wings if they were throwing in Bailey's. You know, I'm showing them love today. I shouldn't be advertising that shit, but I am. But I feel like when it comes down to it, I would have loved to see it when it's supposed to happen, man. I think what made it so tarnished now that, we've seen Pacquiao lose to Bradley, which I thought that he definitely didn't lose. Then it was funny because it flip-flopped, because when I thought Bradley had like a closer chance and it was a little more evenly matched, they gave it to Pacquiao because they knew they messed up. And when Marquez hit him, when he, was coming off, he was too aggressive, because he had that fight, but he got too aggressive on Marquez, and then Marquez gave him that NyQuil, man. He gave him that, man. He gave him that syrup when he hit him with that hit, man. I was like, man, he did the Peter Griffin, man. I never seen a guy get hit so hard that he fell and his arm was behind his back. I said, oh my God. I said, man, those two fights really hurt his career. I said, man, now they're going to fight now? I was like, come on, man, we've seen man get beat before. So, if the automatic fans, I don't care if y'all hear me. That's why I'm drinking some of James Kool-Aid, man. It got to be the Gateway grape one, man, because this Kool-Aid's kind of delicious right now. I really don't think that this guy is going to go in there and beat Mayweather. And I was a believer in Pacquiao, but what I'm looking at right now is, when you think about it, this is Floyd Mayweather fight to win. I definitely don't think he's going to make any stupid mistakes to lose. That's just who he is, man. I got to realize this is a smart fighter, man. He's a technician in the ring. His crazy blocking style, man, he ain't going to let you get to him. He ain't going to let you get no flurries on him, man. He's a calculator, he's a cerebral fighter, man. And a lot of people underestimate his power, man. If Manning come in just, gung-ho and doing crazy stuff like he did with that Marquez fight, man, he's going to pay the price, man. I definitely think he got enough power to knock him down and maybe knock him out. That's why I'm a little disappointed that the fight happens now, because of Manny's record, man, he got more losses on his record. Maybe if it was before he fought the Bradley and Marquez, man, I would have been a little bit more excited about it, but I'm not, because we seen him lose, man. And to lose against Floyd Mayweather, I wouldn't be embarrassed about that.
Right.
The other guys, I might say to differ, you know. Who's against Floyd? And I'm like, hell, man, who else lost against Floyd, man? Everybody. So I wouldn't be to the point where I'd be in shock now, man.
Right. Yeah, well, definitely, I agree with both of y'all on that one. Because, I mean, 5 years ago, I mean, still, you know, I ain't paying $1,000, $2,000 for a ticket. But yeah, I think that the effect has worn off. Now, granted, I still want to see it. You know what I'm saying? I still want to see it because I just want to see how it's going to go down. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, at this point, I think from a business standpoint, though, I mean, they going to work it for what it is. But I just figured if they'd have fought, you know, them few years back, it'd have been easier to do that, you know, 1 win, 1 loss, final rematch type of thing, which I know they probably trying to set it up for. You know, the Thriller and Manila type shit, like with Ali and Frazier. You know, that's the type of thing that I figured, you know, on the business tip they would have been trying to get to. But at this point, I feel like it's got to be one and done, and maybe that's why they overhyping it so much, because they know it. You know, win, lose, or like you said, win, lose, or draw. This gonna be it right here. Because I'm gonna tell you like this: after if it's not a show enough, like a scrap, like if it's a regular Mayweather fight, I swear to God they have a rematch. I ain't even watching that shit. You know what I'm saying? So if it needs to be a straight up scrap, so I can be like, damn, I you know what? Them 5 years, I'm glad I waited. Yeah. It's got to be like that.
Right. And you know what? I think that it is going to be a scrap. And the reason I say that is Mayweather's going to have to fight him. Like, he's not going to be able to slip a volume puncher. It's impossible. You have to fight and counter a volume puncher, but you have to move to do it. And if you stay still, Pacquiao going to find his target because he's accurate with his punch. Very accurate with his punch. I tell everybody that. I'm like, y'all got to stop drinking that damn money team Kool-Aid and look at actually watch the fight and analyze it. Look at it. Look at the fight. I've seen Pacquiao throw 7 punches straight, like 7 straight punches. Have you seen the last 4 Mayweather opponents do that?
Right, no, not at all.
No, not at all. They'll throw a punch. Most of the time it's telegraphed, and he's able to slip it, counter, slip, counter, punch, move out the way, slip, counter, or whatever. Because they're not punching, volume punching. Mayweather is about to fight the same kind of fighter that he used to be when he was pretty good. When he was Pretty Boy Floyd, that's what he used to do. He would bring it to you, volume punching and everything. Now he done, got the smell of himself and want to put on a damn circus show and shit. I can't let that go. I cannot let that go. That irritated me to death.
Obviously.
But he's about to fight somebody that he hasn't seen before. A little man who volume punches, but it's like a heavyweight.
Right.
And it's like I said, you're not going to see anything like how he got caught against Marquez, because Marquez actually got power. You know what I'm saying? Pacquiao knew that. He knew he was gambling. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, he started from a big ass cup of NyQuil. You know what I'm saying? But Floyd ain't got power like that. He ain't got no power like that, man. And Pacquiao got a chin. Pacquiao is better in the war. So, you know what I'm saying? Pacquiao takes his own blood. That's like, you know what I'm saying? He like, yeah, let's go. Now we fighting. You know what I'm saying? So I think Hugh, you in for a good fight. I'm just saying that this is too goddamn much money for something.
Yeah, it's gonna be too much.
5 years ago. Well, 5 years ago, and Mayweather would have had a loss on this record by now. If he would have fought him 5 years ago.
Right.
I'll say that for sure. Right now, I'm not as sure because I still think, even though I like Pacquiao in the fight, I still think Floyd can beat him because I think Floyd's that good.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Floyd can fight, but nobody's challenged this man to come out in the middle of this ring and fight. Get your ass on that corner with that twisting bull crap and have people screaming money team or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And actually fight somebody and really, really dominate. You know what I'm saying? If he's really that good, really just beat the ass, dominate him or whatever. And fight somebody to your caliber. And he's really about to fight somebody to his caliber. And I really think Floyd can win it. But he's gonna have to take a chance to win this fight.
Yeah. All right.
He might have to he might get put on his ass in this fight. But I still think he could probably win.
Yeah. Word? You think so?
Pacquiao hits like a heavyweight, man.
Yeah.
I'm serious.
You gotta catch him though.
If you watch. Look, I'm gonna give you a fight to watch. Watch when he fought Miguel Cotto. Watch that fight. Go to YouTube when you get a chance and watch the fight when he fought Miguel Cotto.
Oh, you know, I remember that one.
Pacquiao, when Pacquiao fought him, and then watch when Floyd fought Cotto.
Yeah.
Because that's my measuring stick. We're comparing this right here. My measuring stick is the Cotto fight. Because I think both of them fought Cotto very well. And Cotto fought them very well. Watch those fights. That's your measuring stick to me.
Okay. I'll check out that Cotto Mayweather fight again because I remember that Pacquiao beat him so bad that his wife was in tears, man. I thought she was going to faint. She grabbed the kids and was like, no, I don't want to see anymore. When you do that, I was mad at Pacquiao for that fight, man. That was wrong, man.
Cotto said that Pacquiao hit him so hard in the third round that he literally forgot where he was. He just didn't want to tell anyone. Like he said, I literally forgot where I was for a while. Like I forgot where I was, and he said the guy was hitting me so fast. He said he was standing in front of me, and I didn't even see when the punches were coming or where they were coming from.
Damn.
Like he said, I could not see. He said I saw him, but I couldn't see where the punches were coming from at all.
He felt like he got jumped in that fight.
Well, he was fighting. What's Kevin Hart say? Like, his dad said he's fighting an octopus.
Right.
That's funny. That's too funny, man.
You fight an octopus, dad.
Right.
Like for real, you fight an octopus.
And so hopefully it'll be a good fight though, man. I'm definitely going, pay a couple of dollars to watch it on pay-per-view. Thousands of dollars for a ticket though, I can't do it. I think almost probably, this is just an assumption, but I think at this point they overhyping it because they building a spectacle for the whole thing. I think they got to do that. They got to do that because it took so long to happen. So now they got to make it not just a fight, but a whole damn event. So it's gonna be like the Mayweather weekend, just like All-Star Weekend. Instead of All-Star Game or instead of the Mayweather fight, it's like the Mayweather weekend. Like they gonna turn up in Vegas, dog, and they gonna make a whole spectacle out of it because they gonna have to because people been waiting this long. You got to make it like some type of major shit now.
Yeah.
But I think it'll be a good fight, though. I'm hopeful that it is, man. I want it to be everything I've been waiting for 5 years. That's all I'm asking for. Because 5 years is a long time to make somebody wait for something, dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is, man.
For anything.
It is.
A job,
anything. You absolutely right for that. And to see, like Hugh was saying last week, and to see two dudes just hugging for 12 rounds,
right?
Dude, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I would be pissed.
Fight. You know what I'm saying?
Right. On that note, man, we gonna keep it moving, man. We're gonna get up out of here, though, man. It's been a fun-filled, action-packed 2 hours. 1 hour on the phones, 2 hours everywhere else. Though, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna get it together next week.
I wonder why.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it together I'll get it together next week.
Second damn week in a row, man. Second week.
All right, man. Hey, fellas, before we get up out of here, man, any last words, man? Hugh, you got anything you want to leave the audience with?
Nah, man, just hope they tune in next week, man. We're going to try to hit them with more fire, man.
For sure. JayLew, what you say?
I just want to say, man, thank y'all for listening, man. I hope y'all like the new format we're doing. We're going to make sure we convince Quincy to do this shit for us, like, every week.
For 2 hours.
It was pretty cool. It was pretty cool, man. I enjoyed it a lot. But like I said, man, for you guys who are out here, you're real sports fans, you guys really want to expand your sports talking ability other than just being a fan or just slappy of a team or a person or whatever. Like I said, do a lot of research, analyze stuff just beyond what you hear, what you see. Like I said, going to this fight, the fight between Pacquiao and Mayweather is about 2 months away. So 2.5 months away or so. So like I said, if you guys get a chance, go back and watch Pacquiao versus Miguel Cotto fight, and then watch the Mayweather and Cotto fight. And you kind of use that one as your measuring stick. You guys can look at their recent fights, but I think that's the fight to measure what they're going to look like against each other in the win. So make sure you guys go to YouTube, check those out, or whatever, and make sure you guys listen to us on YouTube and download the app, man, the eBlock Radio app. It's badass. I listen to it every chance I get when I'm at work. Like I said, like Friday morning, I'm gonna be listening to this episode over again. So make sure you guys check into that. Make sure you guys check my boy Hugh Howard Stern out on Mondays, man. Check his show out. It's badass too. So
for sure.
That's pretty much all I got.
Oh, for sure. All right, man. I want to thank everybody for joining us.
Badass.
For sure, man. For sure. I want to thank everybody for checking us out on eblockradio.com. Everybody check us out on YouTube, man. Don't forget, we'll be back next week on Wednesday, 7 until 9. I'm going to get it together next week. And also, if you want to catch up on all the replays of all the shows, don't forget, man, just check us out, www.eblockradio.com, man. Signing out, it's your boy, man, the Hood Howard Stern. I got my man JayLew and Hugh in the building. See y'all next week, dog. I'll let you.
Peace.
Peace.
www.eblockradio.com.